MINISODE, Miles and Andrew
and Miles.
talking about sports.
Yeah! Hey everybody, welcome back to another Talking Sports Minisode
Yeah.
with your host Andrew.
And I'm the co-host Miles.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We're back with a minisode, and
Yep.
today's minisode is going to be about something we've neglected to talk about for a little while now. The NBA Finals. It's been going on for a little while, and me and Miles haven't really talked about it much. We talked about Game 1 and 2 in a full episode previously, but nothing really much besides that. So we are going to be talking about it today.
That's right, Andrew. So here's what we're going to be talking about first. So our first segment is what some people are calling the Paul George effect. Now, what I see the Paul George effect is a sign to the Bucks that maybe it's time to move on from Giannis. But statistically, the Paul George effect is the reason why the teams are where the teams are in the NBA Finals. So by the teams, I mean Thunder and Pacers.
Okay.
So starting off, Paul George is drafted on the Indiana Pacers, right? We all know the Pacers because they're in the finals, right? And here is what happens. He plays a few years there, ends up being an all-star. Paul George gets traded to the Oklahoma Thunder. Now the Thunder receive Paul George, and the Pacers only get two pieces back. They get Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Domantas Sabonis, they needed a center. They needed a big man in the paint really badly. And this is what they got, all right? And Victor Oladipo, he started off his career so good. And he had so many good years. Just injuries ruined his career.
Yeah.
Now, I know what you're saying. You're like, Miles, both Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis are not on the Indiana Pacers. Now, they used those guys to get Tyrese Halliburton, right? The guy who's been insane, the guy who hit the buzzer beater in every playoff game this year, right?
Took out the Bucks.
Right. So here's how the Pacers got Tyrese Halliburton. The Pacers received Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, who's doing pretty good on the Warriors this year, and Tristan Thompson. They got this from the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings got Domantas Sabonis, Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, and a 2023 second-round pick. So, just to recap, Domantas Sabonis is from the Paul George trade, right? Which the Paul George effect, right?
Yeah.
Moving on, now Paul George spends few years with the Thunder. The Thunder decide to trade him. They trade him to the Los Angeles Clippers, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Los Angeles Clippers send, you may know this name, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Danilo Gallinari, who was a Milwaukee Buck.
For like a month or two.
5 first-round picks.
Holy cow.
And there was a few pick swaps in there.
Okay.
All right. And the Clippers received Paul George and obviously whatever picks they swap with.
Yeah.
Now, that's an insane amount compared to just getting Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis, right? Obviously, everyone knows Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP. They wouldn't be here without him. But another thing, with those 5 first-round picks they got, one of them they used to get Jalen Williams, who's averaging 20 points per game and has been a huge piece. He scored 40 points in that last...
And he's been really good as of late. He's really broke out this year, I would say.
Right, in that last finals game, he scored 40 points.
Yeah.
And so that's the Paul George effect of this finals. Now, speaking of that 40 points, Andrew, let's hear some of the stats of the 2025 NBA Finals.
So I'm just going to go kind of rapid fire, So in Game 1, the Indiana Pacers pulled out a win, 111-110 over Oklahoma City, in Oklahoma City, by the way. Pascal Siakam was the leading scorer for the Pacers. He went 19 points and 10 rebounds. And Obi Toppin went 5 from 8 from 3. That is crazy. And Obi Toppin looked like he was going to be a future star of the league with the Knicks, and now he finds himself on the Pacers as a bench player, and he's going 5 from 8 from 3 is insane. And the Pacers had 6 players in the double digits in points. So they didn't have anybody break 20, but 6 players with double-digit points is very impressive. Pacers shot 47.6 from field goal percentage and 46.2% from 3 with 56 rebounds. 56 rebounds. That's a lot.
In one game?
In one game.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah. For the Thunder, Shade SGA had 38 points and went 7 of 8 from 3. 4 players in double digits for the Thunder. They shot 39% from field goal range and 36% from three-point range. Game 2, still in Oklahoma City, the Thunder come back and get a 123-107 victory. Halliburton for the Pacers was the leading scorer with 17 points. Pacers shot 45% field goal percentage-wise and then 35% from 3. A little bit of a yikes compared to Game 1 with 35 rebounds. 7 players with double-digit scoring as well for the Pacers. So they actually got one more player in double digits, which is insane. Which, I mean, it wasn't enough this time. As for the Thunder, SGA had 34 points. Alex Caruso off the bench had 20 points. 5 players were in double digits, and they shot 48% from the field with 38% from 3. In Game 3 in Indianapolis, the Pacers ended up getting it 116-107. For the Thunder, SGA had 24 points, and Jalen Williams had 26, and Chet Holmgren had 20. They shot 46% from the field and 45% from 3. The Pacers, Halliburton was the leading scorer with 22, Siakam with 21, and by my mistake, I did not realize Benedict Mathurin had 27 points off the bench.
Holy cannoli!
And I'm a big fan of Benedict Mathurin. I really want
well.
I was really hoping the Bucks could get him sometime, but it's not going to happen for the Bucks.
Yeah.
And the Pacers shot 51% from the field. 51%.
Wow.
And then shot 33% from 3. I guess they really went in from the paint. And from Game 4, the Thunder won 111-104, still in Indianapolis. SGA had 35 points, Jalen Williams had 27, and Alex Caruso once again had 20 points off the bench. The Thunder shot 47% from the field and 18% from 3. 18,
wow.
Yeah, 18% from 3. And
Yikes.
they went 3 for 16 on 3-point time. So they didn't shoot a lot of threes, but
right.
they didn't even make a lot either.
Yeah.
For the Pacers, Pascal Siakam had 20 points, and that's really about it for the Pacers. The Pacers went 42% from field and 30% from 3-point range, and they were 11 for 36 on 3-pointers. So they shot, I'm looking at it, a little bit over 3 times as much as the Thunder did.
Yeah.
3, trying to do quick math. I can't really quite do it. Game 5, in Oklahoma City, the Pacers fall to the Thunder 120-109. Pacers, Pascal Siakam with 28 points, and Tyrese Halliburton with only 4 points. 4 points. And this was the game that he did have his calf injury. He was dealing with it mid-game.
Still.
So, I mean,
that was...
Still 4 points is disappointing from
your
Tyrese
star.
Halliburton.
Yeah.
And then the Pacers shot 45% from the field and 36% from 3. Not great. For the Thunder, Jalen Williams, speak of the devil, had 40 points. 40 points.
Oh
and then SGA had 31 points and 10 assists for SGA. That's incredible.
That's combined 71 points right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they're only like 41, 49 points from the bench. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
they scored over half the points, those 2 players for the Thunder.
That is insane.
And the Thunder, shot 42% from the field and 43% from 3. And finally, Game 6, the most recent game. This was a snooze fest. The Pacers in Indianapolis extend the series. They won 108-91. 91 in a playoff game, in a finals game.
Yeah, so... wait, you have some stats to finish that up.
SGA had 21 points. Thunder shot 41% from the field and 26 from 3. 26% from 3. For the Pacers, Obi Toppin had 20 points off the bench. Tyrese Halliburton, playing through that calf injury, had 14 points in 22 minutes, so he was limited action. And then finally, Pacers shot 41% from the field with 35% from 3. Those are all the stats. Game 7 is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Go watch it. I'm going to be tuning in for that because I know some family of mine are Pacers fans, so I'm going to be tuned in and maybe trying to get their opinions.
Yeah, so who's winning Game 7?
Oh, okay. I'm going to lean towards the Pacers. I'm gonna lean towards the Pacers. This is not family bias.
All right,
I hate the Pacers. I just think that I'm looking at it for most of this series. They've had over 5 players in double-digit points, which is pretty impressive. Now they haven't done that in a couple games. I will give them that, but Tyrese Haliburton, him still going out there and playing in only 22 minutes, and he scored 14 points in 22 minutes.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Right? No.
And if you have Obi Toppin and Benedict Mathurin scoring 27 and 20 points off the bench, like that gives me a little bit more faith. And I honestly think that the Pacers are a little more well-rounded, you know?
Yeah.
And it's clear to me that they are compared to the Thunder, which they have it's kind of like the big three. not referring to the Lakers. They got SGA, Chet, and Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
And really nothing else. Like Alex Caruso's been pretty solid, but just looking at stat-wise, I'm leaning towards the Pacers with overall the well-roundedness of the team.
Yeah. See, you made a very compelling argument because, the Pacers they put the dagger in a lot of teams, and they put the dagger in the Bucks. The Cavaliers weren't even there.
Like, sad.
They were non-existent.
No, and the Cavs were the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Right. They put the Knicks away.
Yep.
They put the Knicks away. So those are 3 of arguably the best teams in the NBA right now. And they did it. And I think Thunder are right up there with them. So, I mean, I'm thinking if Pacers do win, it'll be a Tyrese Haliburton buzzer-beating game winner.
Yeah.
Which would be insane.
Yeah.
Which would be insane. I mean, can he win Finals MVP?
I don't know.
I think Pascal Siakam would
Siakam. If the Pacers do win, it would probably be Pascal Siakam.
But still, he didn't have that strong performance like I think SGA did, right? If the Thunder win, Jalen Williams or SGA get it, no question. I think the Thunder, if they come out swinging, you can't beat them. Because the Pacers, really, when the Thunder are playing their best, the Pacers stand no chance.
Yeah. I know we're only at 12 minutes.
All right.
We're only at 12 minutes.
All
hey,
right.
I told you, it's a minisode. It's a minisode, dude.
We got 3 minutes until we have to really cut it.
Oh, come on. The other thing that really gives me pause about the Thunder is they scored 91 points.
Yeah.
In the last game 6.
There's questions.
Now, they are going back home. But, again, well-rounded. Pacers defense, very, very
They're
scary.
young. They're, youthful.
I mean,
they attack.
The oldest guy on the team, I think, is Miles Turner, and he's 33.
Yeah.
And he's really good.
I don't even think he's 33. I think he's younger than that.
Quick check. Here on. Hey Siri, how old is Miles Turner? Waiting.
Miles Turner is 29 years old.
29.
I don't know if you heard that, but Miles Turner is 29.
TJ McConnell's probably the oldest. He's
TJ
30.
McConnell's, but he's not even starting.
No,
he's the old vet.
I know that's the Pacers are a very young team, and
I mean, to be fair, the Thunder are also very, very young.
They are. I think they may be younger.
I think Alex Caruso is their oldest guy on the team.
Yeah, they have a very young team.
Because I don't think
that's thanks to the 5 first-round picks they got.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So Miles predicts the Thunder are gonna win,
and Andrew predicts the Pacers are gonna win.
Yeah, as much as I really don't want to, statistics, I have to just go with it.
Yeah, I think we can both agree it'll be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game, and it's been a great series, and there hasn't been very many Game 7 finishes.
I think I just got alerted. It's 2016 was the last time I went to Game 7.
It's been Game 5, Game 6s. I know the Bucks won in 6.
Bucks in 6.
There you go.
All right.
Well, that's it for this mini-sode, the NBA Finals recap, Game 7 preview, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We're going to be back. I'm going to be back on either Monday or Sunday night, giving a instant reaction to the Finals and Game 7. So stay tuned for that. Also, go check out Talking NASCAR.
Right.
Maybe have a link down there. I don't know. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify.
Yeah,
go check them all out. Go listen.
All right. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.